We are jam-packed, as you can see, and last night, I think in a word, over-delivered. We go to the NFC South, the Bucs and the Falcons. We didn't have high hopes for this one, and instead we got ourselves a thriller. Baker and the Bucs in the creamsicle uniforms taking on Kirk and the Falcons. Second quarter, Falcons trailing 7-0. Harry, Kyle Pitts, where's this been?
Well, I don't know, Gritty, but last night it was in full throttle. I'm going to show you why he got so wide open a little later.
Falcons tie the game at 7, and then J-Mac, how about a wide open Pitts here for the 17-yard touchdown?
At some point, you may want to cover the tight end that is scorching your defense. Cover 3, he finds that crease, and it's another touchdown for Mr. Pitts.
14-13, third quarter, same score, and here's the phrase, Peter. Welcome back, Mike Evans.
Welcome back. Unbelievable catch along the sidelines. Evans was tremendous in this game. First game since week 7.
6 catches, 132 yards. Bucs are driving, and Baker will cash it in. Second and goal from the 6. Devin Culp is in there, and the Bucs are right back in it. Tampa leading at 20-14. Fourth quarter, same score, looking basically to put this away. It's Mayfield. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs go for 2 and get it, so they're up 28-14. Harry, game over?
You would think, but not so fast, my friend. Shout out to Lee Corso.
Here comes Bijan Robinson. He had 93 on the ground and 83 in the air, and they make it 28-20, and they're going for the 2. Joe, right call?
Absolutely. You're playing the win. You're not playing the tie, Greeny.
And instead, it's no good, so it remains an 8-point game. So now they're going to need some help from Baker Mayfield, and they get it. Bart, Mayfield, back to throw. What happens here?
You didn't occupy the quarter flats guy. He sinks back, makes a tremendous play by Alfred. That's great athleticism right there. Baker had nowhere to throw the football.
You'll hear from Baker after the game, mad at himself. Alfred with the interception. Now we're going the other way. Darnell Mooney. Someone explain to me how the Falcons get this ball back. Look at all the orange shirts.
It's called will, determination. Do whatever you have to do at the end of that pile or the bottom of that pile.
What's some violent stuff going on?
All right, Atlanta Falcons.
It can get very gruesome at the bottom of that pile.
Somehow the center, Ryan Newsel, wound up with the ball, and then it's Cousins, and then it's Pitts. Is he inbounds, J-Mac?
Hey, one cheek counts as 2 feet. He got that cheek in there. That's a touchdown.
Kyle Pitts had 11 catches, 166 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So they got to go for the 2. This is going to be a crazy play. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. Peter, the storyline was going to be they went for the 2s and didn't get them.
Yeah, they went for 2 twice in the fourth quarter, didn't get either, and you figured that was all they had. Nope, not yet.
Because they would get the ball back, and now it's Cousins, and he's stripped, and somehow he gets it back.
We never got a great replay. We don't necessarily know who got this ball. Somehow, some way, the officials said, yeah, no, that's
Tampa Bay was holding the football at the end of the play.
We don't know.
One way or another on the drive. This is a 4th and 14 for David Sills, and he's got him. Kirk was 373 yards and 3 touchdowns, and you know what's coming. Zane Gonzalez, Mike Evans can't believe it, from 43 yards away. Oh, my God, the Falcons won. They came from 28-14 down in the fourth quarter on the road in a game in which the Bucs had everything to play for, and the Falcons win. Listen to an angry Todd Bowles after the game.
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta care enough where the shit hurts. It gotta mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was inexcusable, and there's no answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the mirror.
We have talent. Talent doesn't get you shit, though. Doing the work and executing on game days does, and we didn't do that today. Like I said, I did not do that.
They're mad. He took a lot of that on himself in case it didn't seem that way from that particular soundbite. He pointed the finger directly at himself after the game. You don't hear Todd Bowles talk like that very often. Peter, what's the first thing you said to me?
It is the single worst loss that any team has suffered this entire NFL season. You consider the stakes and what was that cost? That's an eliminated team already, the Atlanta Falcons. They're playing without Drake London, their best wide receiver. And late in this game, Atlanta had a 2nd and 18 and throw an incomplete, but there was a penalty. So they say, we'll accept the penalty, the Bucs say, to make it 2nd and 28. Okay, guys, it's 3rd and 28. 3rd and 28. And they allow this out of the backfield, big chunk. Then you have a 4th and 14. An inexplicable David Sills finds the opening, gets it, and they lose this way.
Honey hole.
A horrid loss. They were up 14 points in the fourth quarter to a team that's already been eliminated at home. And oh, by the way, the Falcons had 19 penalties last night. Inexplicable. If you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, you are sick. If you are a Carolina Panthers fan, you wake up and the sun is shining in Charlotte this morning.
Yeah, they played twice in the last 3 weeks, those two teams, the Buccaneers and the Panthers, and that will decide the division.
It definitely will, and the Panthers are looking, like you just said, fired up. I just don't understand. You're watching that game last night, and everything the Falcons did, I'm watching. I'm like, oh, yeah, they want to lose this game. All the penalties, all of the mistakes they made, Bijan Robinson fumbling the football. You're like, this game is over. I was ready to go to sleep. And there you saw the Atlanta Falcons win.
A couple more quick takes. I want to get to some other things, but you're my resident Falcon. What did you take away from last night? Number one takeaway.
Well, number one, I thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did a poor job of executing across the board all night long. You had two opportunities. You forced fumbles. Darnell Mooney down there in the tight red zone. You don't come up with that football. You sacked Kirk Cousins at the end. You don't come up with that football. And Greeny, I have 4 plays to show you why I thought this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team lost the game. Tight end comes in motion. You have communication on the back end. Well, let's say miscommunication on the back end. Nobody runs with Kyle Pitts. So it ends up being a wide open touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. Then you get down to the fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield, Bart, you talked about this play. Great job by D off of the corner, but Baker Mayfield throws an interception. So yes, he was part of the issue last night as well. Then you have a 2nd and 14. This is the very last drive for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can seal the game right here with the first down. Baker Mayfield, you have to make this throw. Great job by Emeka Ibuka winning his one-on-one matchup, but the football is behind him. If you pick up that first down, game is over. And then last but not least, well, hold on, guys. We're doing a tape here. 4th and 14. You have an opportunity. J-Mac, as this corner, what's your responsibility on 4th and 14?
He got to sink to the sticks. You got to get to the sticks.
Sink to the sticks. Instead, he's playing up. Kirk Cousins does a great job fitting that football into the honey hole, and it ends up being a first down.
So there's an excellent tape. But I think everyone here thinks you're defending the receiver.
I don't think, but they played the replay, and the ball is clearly behind the wide receiver.
But he's
Baker Mayfield, but listen to me, make the throw. Don't just blame the wide receiver.
Catch.
Make the throw.
We could have made
that's Emeka Ibuka. How have we talked about him this year as a rookie wide receiver?
No, he's
outstanding.
So, we don't need to quibble over this. He could have made a better throw. He should have made the catch. Either way, they lose the game in ridiculous fashion, and it leaves the Buccaneers very vulnerable to having the division taken away from them. You know what? Let me move on to the next thing. We'll come back to this, but I have to get to what is the story. You said this was the loss of the season?
Yeah.
The story of the season is Phillip Rivers. He's back. Unimaginably, Phillip Rivers, the 8-time Pro Bowl selection, rejoined the Colts this week, 5 years after retiring. He has not yet been named the starter for Sunday, but Colts head coach Shane Steichen said he is an option to start Sunday against the Seahawks. Let me interpret that for you. Phillip Rivers is starting Sunday against the Seahawks. His return made another old quarterback very happy.
I'm not the oldest guy in the league. I love that. It's pretty incredible, though, because he's been out for, I believe, 4 full seasons, plus this part of this season. I was laughing because a couple of my buddies hit me up asking what I would do in that situation, and I said, without missing a beat, I'm retired. I'm staying retired.
All right, so that's some of the reaction inside the league. Bart, you had some legendary battles with Phillip Rivers. Your thoughts?
I mean, this is amazing. This is the most amazing thing I ever seen, man. It's like the league of old men. I mean, you talk about Phillip Rivers coming back. It's only an amazing story if it goes well. You know, like, he gives hope to all the old men around there. We all sit in there, we go to the gym, we doing our Pilates, we stretching, and people are like, hey, you think you can still play? I think I can. I think if any other position can make this transition, it has to be the quarterback position, because the quarterback position is the only one where it's 80% above the shoulders. He's still smart. He still knows where to go with the ball, but can he take a hit and where his hamstring fall off the bone right before our eyes on
What was it like playing against him?
He was the biggest trash talker ever, man. Like, he's one of my favorites. Like, out of the 3 kings that came out of that draft, I think he's the one that often gets forgotten because he's the only one without a title. To me, he was one of the best. I would take him sometimes before Eli for sure. I wouldn't take him maybe before Ben, because Ben was just maniacal with his physicality, his ability to have the most punchable face in all of football. But, you know, Phillip Rivers, this is going to be interesting. I want to see it. This will be as amazing as George Foreman winning the title at 45. This man comes back and leads his team to the playoffs.
That's probably the right analogy to make in this circumstance. Foreman coming out of a long retirement and winning the heavyweight championship. What are the wagering things that come out of this thing, Joe?
So you've got a bunch of props up there now, but the book's kind of hedging its bets. Like the passing yardage prop is 151.5. You can take advantage of this because if he doesn't play at least one snap, all bets are voided. So you get all your money back.
So you go under.
So if you're betting that he's going to play, I would actually go over on passing attempts, right? Because if he's going to play, he's going to play, assuming he stays healthy. Passing attempts is only sitting at 27.5. Now think about that. You're a 2-touchdown dog against Seattle. You're going to throw the ball less than 28 times in that game. You're going to be getting blown out. You're on the call. You should expect to see that. You're going to have to throw. Teams against Seattle this year, they're averaging 36 passing attempts per game, 4th most in the NFL. So if he's going to play, he's going to throw, and he's mostly dinking and dunking his way down the field.
Okay, I like it. So I misunderstood, and it's important to underline that point. If he doesn't play at all, you get your money back.
Yeah.
So you make the bet on the over because you figure if he's out there, it's going to go over. You are doing the game on CBS. What is your sense?
You look at this, and I think there's two parts of it. The part of Phillip Rivers' age, and you're a little terrified for him going against the Seattle Seahawks defense of what could possibly happen to him physically. On the other side of it, Phillip Rivers is a father of 10. He's a grandfather. He's also a high school football coach. When he goes out there, you said it's only good if it's amazing and it's successful. I disagree. No matter what happens, if I'm one of Phillip Rivers' players and I'm watching him and Phillip Rivers throws a pick, and he's been coaching us to do something this way all season long. I'm calling him up like, Coach, what the hell are you doing? Exactly what you told us not to do, you're doing. So this is a storybook type of thing with him going back into the league.
It's amazing. And just to put it into context, one of the best young Seahawks players is their first-round pick, Nick Emenwari. Take a look at this. What were you doing in 2004? February 7th, Emenwari was born. 2 months later, Phillip Rivers was drafted into the NFL. That is just what you need to know. And Emenwari is going to play a big role in this game. I'll say this. The ex-players, you guys at the table, and Joe and Mike and Green, you guys can all appreciate, and then we could go to that place where it's, what if it doesn't go right? I'm not putting my head there.